Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim Classic. Back again carrying on our journey to get from Mallaig to Penzance, where last time in the 205 we got to hear Edinburgh. This is where we are. It's Edinburgh. No, it is. Where my plan was to go from Edinburgh to Carstairs and then go down the West Coast Main Line. However, Train Sim being Train Sim, didn't recognise the fact that I had Edinburgh to Glasgow installed. So I can't do that. So in a last minute scramble, as I do, we're now in this going to Newcastle. Because that's what we're doing. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome indeed. This going out on YouTube on a Wednesday, because that's when it's going out. There's other content on other days. I'll put a link in the description below to where you can watch me live on the Twitchy. There'll be a link down there to the Discord server as well, and probably some other links down there. So good evening to Trent, Sim, Dorset and Aston, and thank you Aston on a 5-month streak. That's very nice of you. So yes, so we're going from here at Edinburgh down to Dunbar, Berwick-upon-Tweed, Alnmouth, Morpeth and then Newcastle. We will jump inside, do the braking thing. Has this thing got windows? I'm guessing we haven't got... No, we haven't got windows. Okay, we won't worry about windows then. Brakes on the releasey thing. Can we just... Is it just as simple as... Can I do the go thing? Hang on, I haven't put it forward yet, have I? There we go. Right, we're off. We're doing the movement. There's some forward. The forward movement is it. No, it's happening. Why have we got a clock ticking on the train? What's going on there? So yes, departing Edinburgh. Not going. That's bright. We can have a couple. We'd have some tea, some sandwiches, some cakes, some juices, some coffee, some crisps, some biscuits. No Elton though. All right. So departing the Edinburghs, not going where we thought we were going to be going, which is. Oh, hang on. That was a thing. That was very briefly a thing, but it was a thing. As things go, it was one. Hi, Derek. Right, let's put some speed on. It's very quiet, isn't it? Which I suppose it would be, being electrocuted. Oh, that's the buzzer thing. Right, top tip then, don't be outside in this one, because the whole, being outside thing goes well. Right, so we've got 28 miles to Dunbar, and then onwards down to Newcastle. Away, I. It's definitely not make it. See, after spending the last couple of trips in the the thing, the noisy one, what was it called, the thumper, this just seems eerily silent. Well, the good thing is, as we're slowly speeding up, the line speed is actually doing the same thing. That's actually also doing the speeding up. Oh, the warning thing going off. So yes, not the route that I planned on doing, but well, because of Train Sim, it's going to have to be now. I don't think there's any way. Although we did it last time, didn't we? We got as far as York, I think, and then trekked our way across the USA. No, that was wrong. Trekked our way over to the Birmingham place. So yeah, that could be a possibility when we get there. Did the stream stop, or is it you thing? I don't know. Still appears to be doing the going thing. I did get the thing flash up for like a second. I haven't yet switched everything over to the new rig. I wanted to see how things went this week, basically. Right, 25 miles to go. It's definitely quiet. It's oh so... Who did that? Bjork, wasn't it? It's oh so quiet. Daz, 16 months. Thank you very much, Daz. Another month. How was London? London was brilliant. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's made me want to get out of the house more on Saturdays and go and do things. So there may be a change coming to streams. Okay, that's a sentence. Greg, 28 months. Hello there. I see you're doing the train thing. I used to like trains, for I lost my balls and the whipping cream on the train. You don't want to leave those behind. Or leave your cookie behind. That'll also be a thing. So yeah, where are we going? I forgot which button is it. That one. So we're going to Dunbar, Berwick, Almouth, which is over there apparently. Morpeth, which is over there apparently. And Newcastle YI, which is over there apparently. That's the plan. Oh, bit of speeding. Let me doing that. Alright, we got a 125 limit coming up now. This thing shouldn't be this quiet, should it? We're not even getting any motor noise at all. Surely that means it's broken. And why is... Oh, I'm guessing I missed the bloody... Yeah, I forgot the thing went off inside. Okay, at least this is showing me how bad the brakes are. Yeah, the thing. Matthew, thank you very much for that. Simmer Ryan, if you're watching, welcome to the madness. And Hawklin, who's probably busy working. But we'll be appreciative of that when he rejoins. Thank you, Matthew. Right, let's release the brakey thing and see if we can do the going forward thing again. Oh yeah, it has got a bit of noise coming from the back. Not a lot, but it's just oh so quiet. Right, we'll try again. Stay in the cab this time. See if we can not do the emergency brake thing. It says stay in the cab and then instantly goes for an inside view back here. How am I keeping what? Bees? In little jars. In a hive. I don't know why I thought of bees. Bees shouldn't be kept in little jars because they'll suffocate. There should be little air holes in little jars for the bees. Put some flowers in there. Otherwise the bees will get bored. You know, nothing worse than bored bees. Matthew, thank you for that one as well. Little bite dog 20. You bit 20 dogs. Sounds a bit cruel. You're also part of the madness now. Not the group, because I think they're full of band members. I think they're okay, but just the genre. Is that a word? It's not like a cult. That was a good group. What were they around in the 80s? I think she sells Sanctuary and all that. I don't know why she's selling it. Slightly flood damaged Sanctuary. Anyway, we are making our way incredibly slowly towards Dunbar. This is probably one of the quietest trains I've ever been on. Little Bited Dog 20. It's a name. At least you're not a bisexual teddy or whatever it was that we had earlier. Are we there yet? Are we nearly there yet? No, not yet. Just round this next bend. Actually, we got what's the distance? I've forgotten now. 19 of the distances. Miles. That's a nice name actually. But anyway, 19 of the distances to go until we get to Dunbar. It is definitely, not rapid. It can be said. It is definitely not. As speeds go, it's not very. It's quiet. I think it's actually too quiet, but we're not going to. Well, we are going to complain. And the sun will come up. Matthew, thank you very much for that one. How is everything? Everything? That could take a while. The things that I'm aware of and have control over are fine. The things that I'm not aware of and have no control over, I don't know. They could be good. They could be bad. They could be, I don't know. I cannot answer for everybody. Any axe murders on board? There's nobody on board. We can go and raid the tins of drink out of the little fridgy thing. It's just us on the train. With 16 of the miles to go to the place. And then some other miles to go to other places, because that's the way it works. Or Bimmy. Or by that's the one. Anything from the trolley. What is the trolley? Is there? Because there's the restaurant card. There's the place, the shop thing, where you can buy things. Does anybody ever go on? The last few trains I've been on have always been too busy to go to the shop thing. And if you're by yourself, do you take all your belongings with you? And what if you get up, someone steals your seat? You just don't go, do you? You buy things before you get on the train, which I know doesn't help the train company, the place, but it's which is why they now have the trolley thing they come round to you with as well. And then if you've got someone sat next to you in the aisle, you don't want to be that person, do you? What, they are shop on the train? They are shop on the train? That's not a sentence. We're doing the theirs. Eh? What? That's what that is, you dimwit. Look, it's a shop there. You come to here, you buy things. There's a person that stands behind the counter place and sells you things. Go to quick save before. How old are you? Oh, braking. That's a cafe. It's a shop. You buy things. Sandwiches and drinks and chocolates and things. Buffet car. That's the kiddie. I knew it had a name. It's a called a thing. Right, 125 is the numbers. And the numbers I'm at are currently 103. So I need to increase my numbers to match the numbers of the ones below me. But not exceed them, because that would be wrong. Just match them. If one exceeds them, then one will get arrested by the train police. Not like the band, the police, or not the actual police. So 115s of the speedules. That's always a word. Have we seen another train yet? I don't think we have. The BP police. No, not the British Petroleum Police. That's a whole different thing. It is definitely way. I think my train is actually broken, because I'm sure it shouldn't be this quiet. Do we have 115 of the? Was that 115? No, we got 110 coming up now, and we're heading in towards the. Don't go towards the light, unless you're in the dark and you want to go towards the light. Don't do it, kids. Don't turn the light on. The sunset is quite. There's a big fire down there. London is on. Is London that way? Hang on. Bear with me, caller. Newcastle's over there. London's down there somewhere. What would be that way if Newcastle's down there? Somewhere on the west coast is on fire. Sunderland. It'll be Sunderland this far up, would it? If Newcastle's all the way down there. That's some braking. Some braking is doing a thing. I am speeding by quite an amount of the speed.
Oh yeah.
That was a noise. Simon Schofield. Thank you very much for the follow. There's also something wrong with you. Right, do the increasing of the numbers, so we can match the number under the numbers. It should be this quiet. It definitely shouldn't be this quiet. You can tell you're speeding as the speed is higher than the number. It was not now, but it was. It's not anymore. Now it's 99.989, 99.999. 100. 99. See, it's difficult to do the consistency of the speeding. That was definitely words. It's only words. Right, we've got 6.3, 6.3, 6.2. There's about 6 miles to the Dunbar. So based on how slowly it did the slowing down when we were doing the emergency stop thing, I think it's going to not do the slowing down. Slowing, it's a word. Very quickly. Speed limit is definitely all over the the thing, the place. I'm in a DVT, deep vein thrombosis. Oh my God! Get me to the hospital. I don't know what it is. It's a train. It's a. I thought it was a 91. I don't know. It's a train. Right, we've got 4 miles to go. I'm starting to panic already about the the slowing down of the amount of speeds. The livery's the best bit. Intercity, as liveries go, it's not as good as the GWR one, of course, but it is good. Right, two miles? Do I reckon 2 miles? I reckon 2 miles. We do the the thing. Right, double yellow. I'm going to put more of the brakes on. Alright, we're 85 coming up anyway. And then a 40. So is this one's single yellow, I've got to go hard on the brakes. It's flashing. So speed limit change. And single yellow. All of the braking is happening. Because I don't know if it's going to be red. Are you gonna be a red light? You're gonna be a single yellow one, aren't you? You are, and the tracky changey thing. Okay. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're okay. It's all good. We'll take our time. We'll arrive in the place with the amount of time that we've got to arrive in the place. That sounded different in my head, as most things do. It's definitely very, very quiet. So yeah, brakes actually weren't too bad. I panicked for a moment before I ended up picking this route because I didn't think I actually had a route leaving Edinburgh that I could do. So I was nearly going back to Glasgow again. I am going a bit of the slowliness. It is happening, but it's fine. You know, giving the passengers a chance to collect their belongings, give them a nice smooth ride as they approach Dunbar. That sun is definitely quite well. You know, the sun-like over 50 plan. Right, we are approaching the place with the platform. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the audio for this train, but it's fine. We shall carry on. Right, most of the trains made it into Dunbar. Yeah, that's perfectly okay. It all wouldn't have fitted anyway. We don't need all the train to fit, do we? It'll be fine. People can get on and off if they choose to. Right, next stop, Berwick. Right, 28 miles to Berwick. Currently it's 6:15. So you've got an hour and a quarter to go to... No, an hour and 10 minutes to go to Newcastle. Okay, that's fine. We have a bit more speed now. Again, never been to Newcastle. That's supposed to be quite a nice place as places go. I don't know what happened to Old Castle. As long as we don't go the same way as Roy Castle, we're okay. Alright, 40 and then going to... Oh wait, I didn't see the 85, but alright. Then we got 110. I definitely have not seen another train yet. I was only going to do this as a quick drive, but I thought, well, no, I'll see if I can find a scenario rather than do it as a quick drive. But even in the quick drive, we might have seen another train. In this, nothing. Yeah, I do wish I'd have picked the HST now. So yeah, I don't know. Well, we're going to get as far as Newcastle this evening. And then after that, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens next week. Tomorrow night, back with some flights carrying on from Sofia. Or Sophia, whatever it was, the place we got to last week. No idea where we're going yet. I'll have to choose that tomorrow night. So it'll be somewhere south, southeast. Yes, southeast. And we'll be playing some music tomorrow night as well. Songs beginning with the letter D. Thursday night, I've got some OMSI. Friday night is golf with your friends. Saturday lunchtime is Train Sim World 3. Doing something. And then Sunday lunchtime, farming. Any more of the bus? No. 100% definitely no. The game that would never be finished. Alright, slowly building up the speed. This is definitely eerily quiet. And 105. Oh, then down to a 90. So running along the coast. Yeah, maybe a little bit down there somewhere. Yeah, near the watery stuff. Oh god, I'm going to be doing the speeding thing now, aren't I? Braking. More of the braking. Even more of the braking. Blimey. Okay, I'm guessing that's because of these curves. Just straighten the track out a bit, shouldn't they? That would alleviate that problem. Right, we got to slow down for the curves. Get rid of the curves. That's controversial. It's quite a simple idea. Well, it was good enough for the Romans. Should be less wear on the trains. Just do like the Japanese, Chinese, whatever it is, do it. Straight line. Get your ruler out. Right, we're going from there to there. Draw a straight line. Done. Either go over, under, or through. We're now going slightly uphill as we head towards Berwick-upon-Tweed. What age do you get to when you start wearing tweed? Or those jumpers with the, you know, the patches on the arms? I'm sure there's a certain age when you start thinking, yeah, Marks and Spencer's, that's where I need to go for clothes. Oh look, beige. Beige is great. Oh look, a cardigan. A cardigan sounds like it's got a pocket for my handkerchief and everything. When you enter your local Adidas shop and they go, I'm sorry sir, but you're not allowed to come in. Right, do the slowlying again, down to 85. Oh god, I'm down to 70 as well. That's definitely quite bendy. I can see why we slowed down to a 70 round there. Again, if they'd just got rid of the curve, it'd been a lot easier. Remove the curvage. Curvage? Curvage. Alright, 70, 75. Still not seen a single other train. You would have thought we would have done by now. There'd be something heading towards Edinburgh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this train's broken. Because even though I get it that the power car's at the back, I don't think it should be this quiet. Okay, right, we got a 75. Then the 85. See, been a lot simpler. They just, tunnel, bridge thing. Yeah, it might be more expensive, but we're spending how many billions of pounds to save 13 minutes on getting from London to Manchester? How much could they have saved making this line straight? Saved ages trying to get from London to Edinburgh. Just draw a straight line between London and Edinburgh. Done. Right, back to an 85, then a 90. Whoop whoop. Power. No, the M1 isn't a straight line. See, I could be a planner. Well, roads evolved, apart from motorways, but smaller roads evolved from tracks. Motorways just like we just put in this big road here, compulsory land purchases and all that. So we've still got 13 miles to go to get to Berwick. Then we've got Almouth, Morpeth, and Newcastle way over there. So next time we will continue from Newcastle in something that's got some noise, something a bit diseasely. What is there in Berwick? I've never been, so I don't know. What is there in Newcastle apart from a bridge? Furthest north I've been up the east coast is York. Right, 95 limit, 11 miles to go to Berwick. Lots of lights. Drivers, please remember what? Your lunch? If my train is detained on a running line, if you need to report any matter concerning safety, it must always be advise signal box operator first and the control afterwards if necessary. ABC. Who thought of that? Advise box control. Well, someone got paid a lot of money to come up with that slogan. We remember the ABCs. Does anybody actually remember stuff by doing things like that? The people that designed that, I reckon, are the same people that have those sayings on their mirrors going, "You are fabulous." Because, oh yeah, reading that every morning is going to give you a positive outcome, isn't it? You're all kinds of special if you put it there in the first place. Reading it and then believing it every day. No. You're an idiot. That's what you are. You're not fabulous. Oh god, we got an 80. Slowlying. Doing the slowlying. In emergency, you seek advice first. Yes, my arm's hanging off. I better inform the signal box first. I've just hit a baby elephant. Who do I notify? The zoo or the signal box? Because, you know, this line's known for its baby elephants wandering about. Okay, back to a 95. Odd, very odd train. But always refer to point 1 first. Pointed 1. Look, it's a baby elephant. I pointed. I did the pointing thing. Some pointing happened. Not the sort of pointing you do on bricks. No, the pointing as in, you know, showing someone the thing you're aiming your digit at, or whatever else you're using to point. One of those foam finger things. That's one of those things you buy, isn't it? And then you get it home and then you think, great, now I'm stuck with a foam finger. It's like winning a giant teddy bear at a fair. Yep, the day after it's great. Now I've got to put that in a bin bag and put it in the bin. Is that the sea over there? It could be, but I don't know. Right, 5 miles to go until the Berwick upon Tweed. So we'll do the slowing down thing at about the 2 of the miles and see what happens. Oh, I do like to be beside the riverside. Not quite the same ring to it. Only if you're using the same tune. What if you change the tune? Tunes make you breathe more easily. So is breathing. Right, step 1. Direct braking is happening as we slow down to 90. It's definitely a bit bouncy, the track, isn't it? Three miles to go. I think that might supposed to be, you know, C instead of D, E, or F. Other letters of the alphabet are available. All the way up to Z. That's Z, not Z. Z. Why am I slowing down? What's going on? Oh, it's me. I haven't put the power on. Forget that. It was a me issue. Right, so we got 95, then a 75, then a 55. Oh, hang on, we got less than 2 miles to go to the place. Oh, there we go. More of the braking. Yeah, I've pretty much reconfigured my old gaming rig to replace the current streaming rig. Um, wow, okay, that's really doing a thing. But I may not be able to get a chance to swap it over till Saturday. Uh-oh. Lots of braking. Okay, well, some of the... Yeah, some of the train... It's fine. Yeah, doors open, that's fine. Some of the train made it in. Yeah, that's fine. It'll be all right. Right, next stop, Almouth. Okay, off with the brakey thing and go with the go thing. And out of, where are we? Berwick. We go. So 70 limit. So 31 miles to go to Almouth. So we got Almouth, Morpeth. Where the hell? Someone's nicked Newcastle. I was over there now. 66 miles to go to Newcastle. Yeah, definitely not the most enjoyable train I've used. It's too quiet. You like a bit of noise. Alright, I wonder what the maximum speed we're going to get up to. So there's the 90. Then it's 100. I was about to say why are they so spaced out, but of course it works the opposite coming the other way, doesn't it? So that'll be 115, 110, slow down to 100, then the 90. So it gives you time to slow down. So it's also giving us time to do the speedy up thing on the way out. Just as we pass through the 90, we get the 100. See if that works the same with the 110. Yeah. I'm sure the HST accelerates quicker than this. Right, 28 miles then to Alnmouth. Will we actually make it to 125 mile an hour? Because that's coming up. Well, that's 120. Come on, you can do it. Oop. I'm not speeding. I'm doing 125 and the speed limit is 125. So you can't tell me I'm speeding. I'm doing this, the limit of the speeding, but not the speeding. Okay, so you don't like 125 then. Fine. I'll do 124 then. Be like that. See if I do the caring thing. Well, on one hand, it's quite nice. It's a quiet train. On the other hand, it's not great that it's a quiet train. You gonna tell? Oh no, we got to do the slowing down thing again. Nope. Stream quality is excellent. 1080p, 60 FPS. Slowlying. Doing the slowlying. I'm guessing it's some sort of bend. Yeah, a little bit of a bend. Minuscule bendage. Okay, so 22 miles from Alnmouth. And then the other place, whatever it's called. Was it called? Morpeth. And then the Newcastle. Definitely way. There's a lot of ways. Too quiet. So yeah, unless I can get another way. Last time I think it was York that we crossed over to the Midlands. So unless by the time we get down to York, we've got a way of getting across to the Midlands. It looks like we're going to be making a return trip to King's Cross, which then means it needs to be the Met line from King's Cross back to wherever it was, to then hook up with the other place. And then, no, it wasn't Paddington. To then go up to Bicester and come down to Oxford, and then Oxford to Didcot. And then it could be that we could go back to Reading, and then I don't know if we can take the line that goes from Reading down through Wiltshire. Yeah, Amersham, that's the one. Reading down through Wiltshire, to go down to Taunton that way, or whether we're going to have to go back through Bristol. We'll see. Yeah, that line, the King's Cross to Amersham, that I was on just a few days ago. Will Bristol be the new Didcot? Well, you know, who knows how many times we'll go to Didcot if we go there. I almost think, actually thinking about it, because I've used the word think twice, that we've got to do it, haven't we? We've got to make the return trip via Didcot. So it looks like we're going to King's Cross, up to Amersham, Amersham to Aylesbury, I think it was. Aylesbury to, was it Princess Risborough? Then Bicester, to Oxford, to Didcot, and then to Reading, and then Reading to probably Bristol. We'll see. We've got a few more to go before we get to that point. So our end goal being back to Penzance, where we started this whole adventure. And then we're going to do some of the other routes from around the world after that. Some of the German ones, there's some new ones out. Then we'll do the Wakayama and Shakira line. We'll go do some of that again as well. And yeah, see what else there is. And there's some new stuff coming out for Train Sim World 3 soon that we'll be doing. Hi Crispy. So yes, it's going to take us a few more weeks to get to Penzance. Okay, so if we go down to 100, we should be fine. So 13 miles from Alnmouth. It's a train. One of them. Oh, is that another train I can hear? Or was that me? It's very trainy. The world's quietest train. Apparently because the power car's at the back, so I've been told. But even that's quiet. Am I in a man? Unfortunately not. Hang on, is that a train? I think it looks like, yes, it's a train. That's the first one we've seen since we left Edinburgh. So an hour, and that's the first train we've seen. Definitely a frequent service. We've got 110 now. See, just when we start getting a bit of speed up, we have to do the slowlying again. Doing the slowlying down to the speed that isn't as high as the speed that we're currently doing, but not as slow as the stop. Definitely one of the weirdest trains I've been in for a while. Oh yes, the Morpeth curve. It is, but there's not even any noise from this end. I know it's electric, but there's no motor noise. Wow, that was a car I just hit. Try going in the cab. What, at the other end? Not really much difference. Still quite quiet. With the quietness. Yeah, I think my version might be broken. I actually didn't think I had a working version of this. It was just by chance that I loaded thinking it's going to be broken, and it worked. But it's fine. We will carry on until we get to the new castles. Five miles from Almouth. So yeah, not the route that I planned coming out of Edinburgh. I was hoping to go to Carstairs. I had this scenario thing downloaded from the Steam Workshop, but Train Sim decided to say that I didn't have Edinburgh to Glasgow installed, despite the fact that I had Edinburgh to Glasgow installed. So I couldn't do that. So it was a last minute scrabble to try and find something else coming out of Edinburgh, which was this. I think so. I don't know what it is. It's a thing. It's very rocky. Yeah, there was a AP train I was going to use with overhead wires trying to do a quick drive, and I couldn't find this route, so I was in a bit of a panic. But we'll maybe do something else next time as we continue back to Londinium, rather than just ending up in a HST. Right, 2 and a bit miles to go. So we'll do the slowlying. A bit more of the slowlying. How are we doing on time? We're due at 6:54, so we're running like 2 minutes behind. That's not bad for me. What about the pacer? I nearly thought about just jumping the pacer and do the first, few or couple of hours of the pacer from Edinburgh to London, but I haven't got the route installed, so I can't. No, I haven't got the scenario installed, so I couldn't do that. We'll find something for next week. I normally pre-plan these things over the weekend, but didn't do that this week. Okay, we're slightly overshoot. A little bit overshooting. Wow, this thing's brakes aren't good. That's fine. Some of the passengers can do the getting off thing. It's all right. We're okay. It'll be okay. So that's Alnmouth. Next is Morpeth. Yeah, Morpeth. 18 of the miles. Okay, release the brakey. And then do the goey. I'm guessing as all we're hearing is the fans. Start the fans. And someone knocking at the door trying to come in. Just weird. It's too quiet. I don't do quiet trains. I like me some noise. So tomorrow night, back with flight, going somewhere from Sofia. Don't know where. Decide that tomorrow night. Also playing some music as well. So songs starting with letter D tomorrow night. Thursday back with some OMSI, doing some trips in the bus company. Friday night got some golfing with idiots. Saturday lunchtime some Train Sim World 3, potentially looking at one of the new routes that's just released. And then Sunday lunchtime is the farming thing. Yeah, I definitely think my install of this is broken. Because I never thought before I had a working version. Maybe one day I just need to do a completely fresh reinstall again of Train Sim. Which will never happen. Yeah, well, that's only been since I installed it on this PC, so yeah, a couple of years. So we've got 110. That's a noise. 110. Well, no, we haven't. Just as we start accelerating up to the 110, we come back to 185. Yeah, it's fact the controls aren't even making a noise. That's the other weird. That's a hell of an odd control. AWS switch is making a noise, but the controls aren't. Whether they would or not. Even those ones in America where we drive from the other end, you still get some traction motor noise. It's not like we're not getting any like track noise. We're just getting points. Yeah, it's probably my install. I won't be rushing back to use this train again, but it's the only one I had that I could leave Edinburgh in. Okay, 110 again now. Yes, I know the West Cornwall Steamy thing has released. I might do that on Saturday. And then next week it'll be the other one. The Derby to Nottingham to Derby, wherever it's called. That's not very far, is it? Nottingham to Derby isn't very far. You could, walk that in a good day. So we haven't gone round the Morpeth curve yet, have we? I'm guessing that's closer to Morpeth, otherwise it'd be called the Almouth curve. Yeah, but you won't watch Saturday's or that Saturday's stream, will you? So you won't get to see it. No, you won't. I might even do that on the day of release. So it could be a weekday thing. The day it releases is the day of release. 25th? I want to say 25th. Oh, slowly in. It might not be the 25th. It's a day. What more do you want from me? Oh, hang on. End of March. Definitely end of March. Bear with me, people. I'm just scrolling. Some scrolling. Middle of Mainline, Derby and Nottingham, 28th. 28th. Tuesday. So yeah, I'll do that on the Tuesday then. Unless I'm allowed to show it early. If I'm allowed to show it early, then I might do it on the Monday. I nearly panicked then, thinking we're supposed to be stopping there. Yeah, Monday stream. I've got 5 miles to go to Morpeth. And I'm pretty sure we haven't been around the curvy thing yet. So is that this side of Morpeth, or is it the other side of Morpeth? And why don't they get rid of that? Why don't they just, you know, straighten it out? Tunnel. And we've seen, what, 2 trains coming the other way in an hour and 20 minutes on the East Coast Main Line? Yeah, I definitely think there'd be more than that. If I was doing this from scratch, you know, you'd want to make it as busy as you can, wouldn't you? You want that realism. Or, you know, as realistic. So at least if you're following something half an hour behind on the way down, there at least you'd see stuff on the way up. Hi, Stu. Right, 3 miles to Morpeth. Newcastle. Aha, we got a 70. So I'm guessing that a bit of curvy thing. Right, slowlying. Slight bit of speeding. Alright, then slowing down to the 50. Actually, I'm going to slow it all the way down so you don't, hopefully not overrun the station again. So was that the curve? Didn't seem very curvy. Or is the curve on the way out? I suppose you've got a 50 now. Picking your car up on Thursday at Kia Sportage. Drove one of those not so long ago, the hybrid, which was very, very nice. We have arrived at Morpeth. It's 2-litre diesel. Diesel. I had a message from someone today saying they just bought a C3 diesel because a few years ago I owned a couple of C3s and they wanted a small economical car, and knowing how much I liked mine, they bought one. Slightly newer one though. So I ended up today on Auto Trader looking at C3 diesels. A message from someone. You don't know that person, so their relationship to me is irrelevant. Next stop, Newcastle way. Right, final stop then. 16 miles to Newcastle. In the world's quietest train. And the next time we shall carry on from Newcastle. Hopefully in something with some sort of engine noise. Oh, I'm guessing this is the curvy bit. You think they just turn the station a bit and then, you know, just make a straight line to where this curve is. A magic weekend. Awesome. Right, 110. This is definitely too weirdly quiet. We're actually due in ahead of time as well. Strange train, definitely a strange train. Maximum speed 125. Well, that's because that's the line speed. That's all I can do. Hi Nitro. So why why give it a speedo that goes to 150 then? They just says like, I want to go up there. But no, we can only do 125. You got to worry about that now. Have you? Cars with digital speedos, you know, in a normal car you can, like, speedo goes to 120. You're like, I can only do 70 legally. Digital speedo cars, you just don't know what the maximum is. So you never know. There's more chance of testing it. Yeah, I've had 100 out of mine. I mean, on a private closed road. Yeah, definitely. Officer, if you're watching. Right, 12 miles to Newcastle. It's been a fairly event-free trip. Quiet. And it's the main, well, termini. I suppose coming out of Edinburgh, so Newcastle will be the big place to get to. If I'd have picked a slower train, it would have taken longer. Yeah, they do that on purpose. Although if you travelled at 60 in the middle lane of the motorway, they pull you over. A, for travelling in the middle lane and not returning to the left. And B, for being an idiot and driving at 60. Nine miles to go. So yes, so next time we'll carry on from Newcastle and continue our way back down to London. Then I think it's got to be a reverse journey really. So into King's Cross, then it's going to have to be King's Cross on the Met line, back up to Amersham, Amersham to Aylesbury, Aylesbury to Princess Risborough, Princess Risborough to Bicester, Bicester to Oxford, Oxford to Didcot, and then Didcot either to Bristol or back to Reading, and then see if we can go from Reading sort of diagonally down towards Taunton. But if you end up going to Bristol, it's going to be Bristol to Exeter to Plymouth to Penzance. So that is the plan over the coming weeks. And then once we get back to Penzance, we'll give the UK a little break for a while, because we spent quite a number of streams in the UK. So we'll go back and do some of the other stuff like the Wakayama and Shakira line, and do some of the other German lines and stuff like that that we haven't done in a while. And obviously in Train Sim World that we're doing on Saturdays. A few new things coming up there as well. Alright, 6 miles to go. 100 limit coming up. Yeah, definitely a lack of other trains. This is a Just Trains route, I think, as well, so it probably explains why. The world's quietest train. It's a shame because with a bit of traction noise, it would have actually been quite nice. Alright, did a braking thing, got a 60 down here. And then down to a 40. Blimey, and down to a 20. And into Newcastle we come. Say, never been to Newcastle. I think it's a place that, one of those places you go to at least say that you've been there. Or it's a place that most people pass through on the way to Edinburgh. I nearly panicked thinking I was stopping here then. I was like, uh-oh. Right, to do the slowly a little bit more. And in we come. Oh, loads of trains here. All waiting to go. Yeah, definitely broken, I think, my version of this train. Unlike the nice sounding HST over there. See, proper noise that is. I love the sound of the HST. That is just so good. Definitely got to go on one of those this year. It's got to happen. Well done this morning, driver. A Newcastle man will now take the train forward. Well, racist. Newcastleist. There we go then. A trip from where do we go? Edinburgh. Edinburgh to Newcastle done in the class 91, which just was a bit odd. Next time we will carry on from the Newcastle and make our way southwards towards that there London place, where we can then carry on towards the Penzance place, probably via Didcot, hopefully not more than once this time. There we go. A little bit of shorter stream this evening, but we'll be back tomorrow for some music and mayhem. Thanks to you lot in chat then for keeping me company for this one, and thanks to these people as well. Crispy, Greg, Trent and Nightbot for doing absolutely sod all, thank you. To Simon for following, Aston, Daz, Greg, Cimmerian, Hawklin, Little Bite Dog and Matthew for resubscribing. Most of those, or some of those, thanks to Matthew. Thank you very, very much, Matthew. Indeed. There we go. So a little bit shorter this evening, but back for some normal, lengthier things tomorrow night. Where don't forget, we're playing music, songs starting with the letter D for tomorrow. Double points if you get an artist and a song, both starting with D, to get those thinking caps on. I shall be here just after 6 to get that going with a stream as soon as we're ready to go. Until tomorrow then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching.